What's up, world of YouTube? So, the hypocrites in the Democratic Party in America have struck again. Now, we all remember when Trump was president how they said kids in cages is horrific and illegal immigrants should get free healthcare, they're welcome in the US. Well, Kamala Harris seems to have changed her tune. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at what she's saying now, and then we're going to compare that to what they said before.
At the same time, I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come. The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. There are legal methods by which migration can and should occur. But we, as one of our priorities, will discourage illegal migration. And I believe if you come to our border, you will be turned back.
You're not welcome. Do not come. You will be turned back. What did you say before about illegal immigrants?
The message to them is that you are not alone and we stand with you, and there are those of us who will fight for you and your rights every day. My message to them is do not live in fear. You are not alone, and America's values are such that we do not condone, as an American value, putting children in cages. America's values are not that we separate families and take children from their parents. And I would tell them that a new day is coming. We got to get beyond this election, but that we as a nation are better than this. Because I'm going to tell you, the reason I say all that is that I know how this is going to play out. And I know what's been happening since the beginning when this president was elected, which is these immigrant families have been further pushed into to living underground, to living in the shadows.
So that was Kamala Harris talking about Donald Trump sending illegal immigrants back. Changed the tune a bit, don't you think? She also mentioned kids in cages. You remember the Dems were going absolutely mental about that. Did they stop it? Let's have a look at what they're saying now.
Administration reopening a temporary facility for migrant children in Texas.
Well, first, the policy of this administration, as you well know, but just for others, is not to expel unaccompanied children who arrive at the border. And the process, how it works, is that Customs and Border Control continue to transfer unaccompanied children to the HHS Office of Refugee Resettlement. That can take a couple of days. I just want to give this context because people need to understand the process. But because of COVID-19 protocols, like social distancing requirements, the capacity of existing Office of Refugee Resettlement shelters has been significantly reduced because, of course, you can't have a child in every bed. There needs to be spacing, and we abide by those spacing to protect the kids who are living in those facilities for a short period of time. And to ensure the health and safety of these kids, HHS took steps to open an emergency facility to add capacity where these children can be provided the care they need before they are safely placed with families and sponsors. So it's a temporary reopening during COVID-19. Our intention is very much to close it, but we want to ensure that we can follow COVID protocols as unaccompanied minors come into the United States.
But the same facility that was open for a month in the Trump administration, summer 2019, that is when Joe Biden said, under Trump, there have been horrifying scenes at the border of kids being kept in cages, and Kamala Harris said, basically, babies in cages is a human rights abuse being committed by the United States government. So how is this any different than that?
We very much feel
That's the White House press secretary there trying to spin the fact that they're opening more cages for kids. She mentioned social distancing. Should we have a look at what that social distancing is, shall we? So as you can see, this is her version of social distancing to make the children safe. No, these are not from when Donald Trump was president. These are from 2 months ago. I mean, if you haven't realised by now that they said the opposite to what Donald Trump said just to get elected, then you're pretty deluded, in my view. They've gone back on all their promises. Everything they said, they've gone back on it. The hypocrites. I wasn't the biggest fan of Donald Trump, but at least when he said something, he meant it and he did it, and he didn't go back on it. These people just say what they think you want to hear to get elected, and then when they are elected, they go completely against it. But as ever, this is a debate channel, so if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, leave your comments below, and let's debate this.